Ever looked at your bank account and thought, wait, where did it all go? Today, we're going to shine a light on the sneaky spending leaks that are draining your wallet, and once you see them, you'll never look at your money the same way again. Welcome to A Cup of Hope, the podcast for women ready to create clarity and confidence in their life and money. I'm your host, Lynn, a life and money coach and your hope-filled strategist. Each week, we'll talk about the messy middle of life, faith, finances, freedom, and finding your purpose, all with truth, encouragement, and practical tools that you can use today. I'm so glad you're here. You know, when there's no clear plan or vision, money feels hard and confusing. Without that bigger picture, we don't sacrifice for the things that matter most. We just kind of hope things will work out. And listen, there's no shame in where you are today. A lot of us never really learned about money for all kinds of reasons. Maybe you had a husband that always handled it, or maybe the stress of dealing with it felt overwhelming. For me, I didn't really begin learning much about money until my late 30s and early 40s, partly because I was told we didn't make enough to budget or invest. But honestly, I was in survival mode. Here's the truth. While we can't change where we came from, staying stuck or blaming someone else won't move us forward. We're here now, and it's our responsibility to start learning, to pay attention, and take that next step. And the good news? We can. It is possible. Proverbs 27:23 says, "Be sure you know the condition of your flocks. Give careful attention to your herds." Back then, flocks and herds were wealth. That is how you fed your family, provided for your household, and built your future. Today, our flocks look a little more like bank accounts, budgets, and spending habits. Here's what I love. God's word is so very practical. Even if money hasn't been your thing, today you can begin to learn. Today, you can take one step toward paying careful attention to what God has entrusted to you. And if you're young and hearing this, starting now is such a gift. I can't even tell you how many times I've wished I had access to this knowledge in my 20s or even my 30s. And for you who are learning later, like me, it's never too late to take back control and find peace. So today, I want to keep it simple. I'm going to give you a checklist of the most common money leaks I see as a money coach. Think of it like going to the mechanic with your car. We'll look at what needs attention now, what to watch for, and what's already going well. Just last week, on my way home after dark, the water pump in my Escalade sprung a leak. It overheated and left me stranded on the side of the road. At first, I thought maybe I had just blown a hose, but eventually we diagnosed the real problem. Here's the thing. Just topping off the radiator with more water wasn't enough. To truly fix it, the problem had to be first identified and then the right parts replaced. That's the same with our money. Sometimes it may look like everything is fine on the surface, but if there's a leak, you'll keep ending up stranded until it's diagnosed correctly and fixed. Now, one of the things that I love about my mechanic is the way they explain repairs. They give an assessment that's simple and easy to understand. Red means it needs attention now. It's a safety hazard. Yellow means it's okay for now, but it will need attention soon. And green, that means everything is in good shape. That system not only helps me understand what's urgent, it helps me plan my auto repair budget. So today, I want to use that same framework with you for your money. This way, you'll know what needs urgent attention, what to plan for, and what you can celebrate. Let's start with the red lights. These are the things you can't ignore. Number 1, high interest credit cards. You're not just paying for what you bought, you're paying for it again and again with interest. Number 2, late payment fees. That's money you're literally giving away for nothing. Number 3, negative cash flow. If you're spending more than you make each month, you are headed for a financial crash. These things need attention right away. Next are the yellow lights. These mean caution, plan ahead. They're not an emergency today, but if you don't watch them, they will turn red. Number 1, eating out and food delivery. It's convenient, but the cost adds up quickly. Number 2, subscriptions, especially those ones you're not even using. Number 3, buy now, pay later services like Klarna and Afterpay. They feel easy, but they're easy to forget. And if your budget's already tight, those surprise payments can push you into overdraft land or back to the credit card. Number 4, using credit cards in general. Even if you pay them off, research shows that people spend 12 to 18% more when they use a card rather than cash. It just doesn't feel like real money, so we swipe more and spend more. Next is your insurance. Not shopping your coverage every year, overpaying, or not understanding what you actually have. And finally, gift giving. Generous hearts, but without a plan, it often adds up to way more than you realize. So these are all caution signs. Be aware, make a plan, and you'll stay safe. And finally, the green lights. These are the ones that are worth celebrating. First, paying your bills on time with no late fees. Next, having a small emergency fund. It turns car trouble into an inconvenience rather than a crisis. 3, subscriptions that you actually use and enjoy. Number 4, planning healthy meals at home. And number 5, and maybe the biggest and best green light of all, is having a plan for your money. When you have a plan, you're no longer in the dark. You know where your money is going, and that clarity brings confidence and peace. Here's the good news. A budget isn't restriction, it's permission. As Rachel Cruz says, a plan for your money actually gives you the freedom to spend on what matters most without guilt or fear. And that's exactly why I created the 21-day no spend challenge. It's not about never spending, it's about learning to notice more and spend less in the areas that don't matter so that you can free up margin for the things that do. Each day I'll give you simple prompts and encouragement to help you practice. The best part? You can start today and go at your own pace. The link is in the show notes. So as you think about your own money, where are the lights flashing? Maybe you have a couple of reds. That just shows you where to start. Maybe some yellows. That's your chance to plan ahead. And those greens, celebrate them, especially if you've started making a plan for your money. Remember, this isn't about shame, it's about clarity. Just like my mechanics report on my Escalade. It wasn't judgment, it was just information to help me make a plan and take the next best step. Here's the hope I want you to carry with you today. No matter where you're starting, God invites us to pay attention and grow in wisdom. You don't have to know it all or do it all today. You just have to take the next faithful step. And if you're wondering how to put this in practice, I've got something simple that will help you take that next step. Don't forget to join the No Spend 21-Day Challenge. It's a simple way to create margin without feeling deprived. To learn more, click the link in the show notes. I'd love for you to jump in and join us. Thank you so much for taking time out of your busy schedule and joining me today on A Cup of Hope. If this episode encouraged you, would you share it with a friend and subscribe so you never miss an episode? You'll find today's resources and next steps in the show notes. Until next time, I'm Lynn, and I want you to remember this. Hope is always available, and your next step matters, because God can take the broken pieces of your story and create something more beautiful than you could ever imagine.